It has been one heck of a ride on YouTube for the last week. I got my first haters. I got 18 subscribers in the last week, which is huge because sometimes a week would go by and I wouldn't even get one subscriber. I got 41 watch hours. Everything's up, 1,000 views. So it's 482% more views than last week, 664 more watch time hours, 18 more subscribers. And so a couple of things that I did is I worked on my intros to try to work more on viewer retention instead of just getting on and starting to talk. I actually tried to plan out my intro to let people know what I was going to be talking about. And I tried to plan out my title and my thumbnail ahead of time. Wasn't always successful with that because sometimes I just want to hop on the camera and go. But I also uploaded every day just on accident because I had so much footage that I wanted to upload. And what I've noticed is at first I felt like I was getting less views because I was uploading every day. And then all of a sudden, some of my older videos, older meaning like 5 days ago, all of a sudden picked up speed and got traction after getting practically no views. Some of them would get no views for a whole day and then maybe just a couple views in the first few days. Then all of a sudden 500 views. And we're talking about someone who is very happy when I get 12 views, okay? So this is the first time I've gotten over 500 views on a video, especially just all at once. And another thing I noticed is my most recent video that I posted, I just posted this one an hour ago and it already has 12 views, but not only that, it already has 1.4 watch time hours. What? I used to try to get, like, it would take me a month to get an hour of watch time. I used to do the math, like, okay, if I get 1 hour of watch time in a month, it's going to take me 100 years. I'll never get to 4,000 watch hours in a year. It just won't happen because you have to get them in a year. Okay. Another thing that I changed is I went from how-to to people and vlogs. And the reason is that even though I feel like I'm teaching other people as I go along and as I learn in my journey, I'm teaching everyone else how to not make the mistakes I did. That is the purpose of my channel. However, I think that the people who would be interested in watching me are the ones who are more interested in actually watching people and vlogs about their lives. And so I changed the category of all of my videos to people and vlogs. And I think that that also helped. And I just did that just in the last week. Talking about the haters, I have a video that is kind of, I mean, for me, it's popping off. 133 views in the last 48 hours. That is popping off for me, okay? And it's 5.8 watch time hours. That's really, really big for me. And 8 minutes and 31 seconds is the average view duration. That is so big for me. My normal average view duration is like 1 to 2 minutes. So that is really, really good for me. And then there are little spikes. I've not really ever had these little spikes on a video, and I guess that means that they went back and watched those parts again or something, or I don't know what it means, or maybe they fast forwarded to the chapters or something like that. So this video did really well, but also it was about something that is a little, it's a little different than most people. It's about a subject that is not mainstream, and it's about me asking my boyfriend if I could go. Like, I wanted to plan this trip, and I've been kind of trying to plan this trip my whole life, and he doesn't like the exact same things that I like, and I was like, can I plan this trip? And then you're invited to participate in any part of it. And I was very vulnerable and real in this video, and I got some hate comments, and it made me want to take the video down because I'm not used to talking about my relationship that much on my YouTube channel. It's more about business and getting unstuck and mindset and starting over at 39. But I'm leaving it up even though I didn't get any new subscribers. And so most of my videos, if I have that many people watching it, I get a few new subscribers, and I didn't get any new subscribers. So I'm like, man, people are watching this and they are not, I feel like they're not liking me. But also I got some really, really great comments, and I want to just honor that Caesar said, I appreciate how you've been vulnerable with your partner and da-da-da. And then another one said, doing something that is good for you is not selfish. So I got some support. And so then the ones who told me I'm not ready for an actual relationship, and another one, I just hit it. It said to go get some counseling. And that one was just kind of mean. So that's why I hit it, because I don't think it's really helpful to anybody. And if somebody's watching my channel and they are agreeing with what I'm saying, and someone says go get counseling, I think that that's kind of, it's mean to people who go get counseling. Or maybe I'm taking it the wrong way. No, it said something else along with the go get counseling. Anyways, I left the one up that said you're not ready for an actual relationship, because it's like, oh, that's an interesting perspective. Just, you're messed up, go get counseling is not helpful. So I'm leaving the video up, and I hope it doesn't attract the wrong people to the channel. But another thing I thought about with this video is, if somebody really, really needs to watch this video, they're probably in a relationship where they're repressed, where they can't like go and do the things that they want to do, and they're probably not going to comment if that's them. And maybe that's why so many people have watched it all the way through without leaving a comment. So I'm going to be brave and leave it up. And it's also part of the story. So the story is, I rented out my house to go and try to be a digital nomad and do some solo travel. And it's the update on how that went. And spoiler alert, I got really scared the first night, and I just wished my boyfriend was there. So anyways, but I'm sharing honestly about my journey after 39, rebuilding my life and figuring out for the first time what I actually even want and who I am and all that stuff. And I'm doing it vulnerably. So the next thing I'm going to work on is I'm going to continue to do content just about every day, as long as I have something to say. And I really do feel like I have something to say. I have like 82 videos that I want to make. And so I'm going to keep making content just about every day. I'm going to keep choosing the people and vlogs category. And the newest thing I'm going to do is add more footage, and it slows me down, but I think it's really important to add footage of what is actually happening while I'm talking. So the next video that I'm editing, and it's so hard to edit, but it's about me going and doing the solo travel for the first time and renting the Airbnb and being scared, and just kind of talking about how I stuck it out, because my first Airbnb was only 30 minutes away from my boyfriend and his parents, and just in case, I needed him, okay? No shame in that. I like to be safe and smart. And I just realized that I enjoyed being with him and his parents more than I enjoyed being at the Airbnb by myself, and that's awesome. And I was glad. And so I want to show the visuals of that. And by the way, check out this killer workstation that Corey, my boyfriend, made for me. He set it up so I could have a standing desk, because I love being outside and I like to stand while I'm working. This has been so amazing. I'm so happy. And I have to say that if you also have received your first, I don't like to call them hate comments, but just comments that made you not feel good, I want to commiserate with you. Feel free to comment and tell me about your experiences. And I also want to keep going, because I feel like when you get, so I also got a dislike. So I got a dislike, 4 likes and 1 dislike so far on that video as well, about keeping independence and solo travel while in a relationship. But I want to keep going, because I am not normal, and I'm okay with that. And I don't fit into society's molds. And that's why I think YouTube needs me. YouTube needs me as I am. And also, when I was sharing, if they watched the whole video, I said that I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to try it. And maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, but I'm going to try it. Like, I don't have an ego about it or anything like that. I'm figuring it out as I'm going along. And YouTube needs me to share exactly as I am, more than YouTube needs me to flatten out my personality. And like, nobody's perfect. We all have things. And I think that comment that basically said you need counseling, but it said it in a mean way. And I think it's important to normalize counseling. And we all need it, right? We all need the counsel of other people. We all need to see where we can improve. And so I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. And so when it was said, I was like, ooh, the only painful part is if it's actually kind of true. But why should it be painful to be a normal human who needs the counsel of other people who are wiser? That's all of us. All of us are weak in some areas and strong in other areas. I have a lot of strengths and I have a lot of weaknesses, and that's why it's nice to have friends and to have other people to help us along in this life. So the only reason I took it down though is because I didn't want anyone who identified with the video to be hurt by that comment too. So that's why I took it down. But anyways, I encourage you on your channel, if you're a baby like me, to keep going even when that happens, and to keep being yourself. And it's okay to be yourself. And we're going to attract the people who need us and who need our view on the world, instead of a version of us that appears more perfect than we are, right? So I'm still excited about YouTube, and actually talking those comments through with you right now actually helped me feel even better about it. So I'm going to keep going. One of the questions that I have right now is my entrepreneur content. I wish I knew how many people on my channel were actually interested in the entrepreneur journey. And because I have two parallel lives, I have my self-improvement journey where I'm always working on myself, and then I have my entrepreneur journey. But for me, they're so intertwined. They always have been, that it would be hard to separate it out into two different channels. And I think that would be a mistake right now anyway. So that's something that I'm kind of thinking about. But anyways, my next one thing that I'm working on is adding more B-roll, even though it takes longer, and continuing to post maybe every other day, maybe once a day, and I'm going to do these YouTube updates once a week. So anyways, would love to hear how you're doing on your journey. I appreciate all the comments of support. They mean the absolute world. And I also appreciate opinions that are different than mine, as long as they're not mean. All right. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. If you want to see my journey as I figure everything out and grow on YouTube after 39. Like and subscribe if you want to, but you don't have to. Bye.